Hi, good evening. I'd like to welcome you to Palm Praise 2. I do thank you for tuning in, and certainly peace and blessings be upon you. We are going to go ahead and get right back into the explosion of redemption. We're in the third quarter, and this is take 13. And excuse me, I know my voice sounds a little bit different. I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it too. Just a little bit of my allergies. So bear with me as we do take 13, okay? And it goes like this. In addition to our team being sold and relocated to Orlando, there were several other teams playing musical chairs as well. From what we heard, we were supposed to be sold to a guy who wanted to relocate the team to Miami, but it fell through. And now we were the Orlando Renegades. Arizona Wranglers merged with the Oklahoma Outlaws and became the Arizona Outlaws. The New Orleans Breakers moved to Portland and became the Portland Breakers. The Michigan Panthers merged with Oakland Invaders. The Philadelphia Stars moved to Baltimore and became the Baltimore Stars, which pretty much replaced us in the DC area. Did I leave anything out? I mean, that was a clear sign that this league was unstable. Also, the Pittsburgh Maulers folded and the Chicago Blitz suspended operations. Needless to say, the new league commissioner, Harry Usher, had his hands full. I did not know what was going wrong. I mean, we had some talented players in the league. Jim Kelly, Doug Williams, Rich Neuheisel, Doug Flutie, Steve Young, Herschel Walker, and my guy, Mike Rozier. We had the potential to be great, but fighting against the NFL was an up-mountain battle. Forget the uphill battle. When camp was over, I found a place in Altamonte Springs, Florida. A pretty lavish pad. Same setup as in DC, and I still have money to pay for the apartment in advance. I was really still living off my signing bonus at the time. Good thing my quarterback had a connect and did not mind sharing with me, because I would have burned through my bonus in no time. I would love to give you details about this season, but I cannot. It was a blur. All I remember is we went 5-13. We basically won 2 more games than we did in DC. It really did not matter because the league was on the verge of collapse. They went to battle with the NFL in court because the NFL was buying up all the airtime to freeze our league out as a result of our league's owners deciding to play the upcoming 1986 season and go ahead to head with the NFL. I remember the last day in Orlando. We shook hands, everybody packed up and said their goodbyes. Some of the guys who were married and had families were devastated. Single guys like me were like, oh well, what's next? I packed up, got in my 1983 Trans Am, and hit the road. Again, I thought football was over for me, but I really did not care. I still had money and was just focused on getting more Coke. I was only out of football for a few weeks prior to this transition. My crook of an agent at the time called me to say he got me a deal with the Atlanta Falcons. I do remember my reaction. But what I do remember is thinking I would have to start looking for my connect as soon as I got to Atlanta because my quarterback was shipped to Dallas Cowboys. I figured when I got to Atlanta, I would ask teammates about weed, and then I would get to the good stuff after meeting the weed dealer. I met with my agent, and he said he got me a 2-year deal with another $20,000 signing bonus. He gave me $6,000 and told me I would get the rest when I reported to camp. Little did I know, he was a crook and had already cashed my check and stole $14,000 from me. I will tell you more in a minute. When I got to Atlanta and reported to camp, I was really not functioning correctly. After the turmoil and uncertainty with the USFL, I was doing coke 24/7. Before I got the call from my agent, I think I had did coke every day for a month straight. This addiction had taken over. First day of practice, I spent most of it trying to find the teammate with the weed connect. In the middle of all this, I was informed by the front office that my agent actually had power of attorney over me. That was fucked up. This motherfucker was able to do whatever he wanted to do. This is why athletes have to learn how to handle their money and make sure they get to see their contracts before they let an agent do it for them. Yeah, I know. Some people want to just focus on the game. But this is business. And we have to focus on our talent being our business. I cannot be mad at him because I have made my business coke. I would not have let this asshole use me if my mind was clear. But this is neither here nor there. I know that janky agent paid for what he did to me, eventually. With the stress of the crooked agent and my focus just on getting high, I decided to quit football. Heck, I only practiced like a week before I made my decision. Literally, I had an internal conversation with myself and my addiction. My addiction actually told me to quit football so I could focus on it full time. I wanted my undivided, it wanted my undivided attention. I obliged, and at 9 a.m. the next morning, I went in the coach's office and told him I quit. The coach for the Atlanta Falcons at the time was Dan Henning. He just had a blank stare on his face when I told him I quit. Here I am, finally, in the big show, the NFL. And I was worried about nothing but not running out of coke. My guy Roger Craig was out in San Francisco winning Super Bowls. I was losing control and becoming a full-time addict. I became a recluse. I did not smoke with anybody. I just stayed in the house and smoked throughout the day. During this quarter of my life, the addiction had the winning record, and my life was the owner of the losing record. And I'm going to end this take right there as that being the end of the third quarter. So with take number 14, we're going to start the fourth quarter. And You see, that's the fourth quarter. We done already got through this much of the book. Yeah, we almost about done with this book. Trying to finish this book. So then we're going to get back to The Lies My Teacher Told Me. You know, that's a thicker book. But I do got some books on the way that's coming. It's going to be a surprise. But yeah, I got some books on the way, so stay tuned in regards to the other information that we're going to be learning. And I'll be talking with you real soon, if be thy will, for take number 14 here on Poem Praise 2. So until I talk with you again, I want you and your family to be blessed and peace be upon you. All right. Later, y'all.